Okay, ready, boys and girls?
See.
Hey everybody, it's Doug from DKE Toys and welcome to DKE Toys TV. This is our live episode.
Woo!
And thanks for those people in the who are attending. Our co-hosts here, we have Janky and Scott Cherry, Barbarian Rage, and our special guest, the one and only, the guy who makes it all happen, the glue that makes DKE stick is
Go on.
Ian Wilcox. Woo! How's it going, Ian?
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a personification of how I feel every convention, is that we work so hard for weeks and weeks and then it's going to start and then
Here we are.
And then you got 3 days to go.
Yeah, not this time though. So for those of you tuning in, don't know like what the hell is going on. So during pandemic, we would all just be here with the booth set up. We don't really have a booth set up. We just have sort of like a little background here of some stuff that's available on the site. And then during pandemic, we would be here for, I don't know, 3, 4, sometimes we did it. One time we did like 5 days, 5 days at a time. And that was fun. And that was great during pandemic. But we decided
Those days are over.
we decided we're just going to do a weekly show on YouTube. And so that has been the goal. DKE Toys TV has started. And I think this live show that we're doing that's open to people on Zoom to comment and join will be edited, maybe not, cut down very slightly and
cleaned
posted.
up and fancified a little bit. And yeah, I don't know how much cutting we'll do. We'll see, but we'll definitely make it look better.
Just a little bit. So DKE Toys TV is our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We have a DKE Toys interview that we post every Friday, and DKE Toys TV we hope to get up every Tuesday. And so here we are. We're getting ready. Everything goes on sale now in about 15 minutes, and that's when all of our sales start for DKECON, which is our own convention that we made, our own fiction of our imagination of a convention that is now part of our reality. And so here we are. So
before we get going,
yeah.
Pat has the first conspiracy theory of the day.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Which is that Scott is blinking in Morse code. So apparently Scott is blinking secret messages to everybody that we don't know about.
It's like kill Dove, kill Dove.
I was gonna say, well, you guys aren't deciphering my code.
3 more days.
Yeah, more like 30 more minutes.
What?
So for people who don't know, Ian, can you tell people where you are and what that monolith behind you is and what you've been working on?
Oh, this is the bootleg, carded bootleg figure archive for our book that's gonna happen sometime.
Yeah, getting there.
Just have to go through statues next.
It's closer than it's ever been, right?
Much closer.
The fact that there is a monolithic pile behind you is
we bought 100 of these plastic long boxes and they're all filled.
Wow.
And I'm sure there's more to go.
I thought that was too many.
Each of those post-it notes
is individual artists. Some people have their own boxes. Some people are being roommates with maybe 1 or 2 different artists. So
nice.
Overachievers with their own boxes.
I guess what Ian is saying
there's people with multiple boxes.
One
of them's here with us right now.
Jerk faces.
It's not me.
Basically what Ian is saying is that he has spent a lot of time sorting the collection by artist. And there's a little bit more to do, like some statues and vinyl toys, but the majority, 90% of the carded figures. So we're thinking that if by the end of the year we can get everything get releases from everybody and get everything photographed, and that we could possibly put out a book in 2024
Woo!
if we could, if the stars aligned and that was somehow possible. That Sucklord had his first carded figure about 2004. So that would be 20 years.
Wow.
So
Yep.
we could call
Yeah.
it like,
I wonder
The
if that would
first-
insult him or not. That it's not a book about him.
yeah, I don't know.
There might be some paper available next year, so just good luck.
Would be great.
Dave from Dimension X Toys wants to know if Ian is in a closet at Dove's house.
No, we're at the
no,
warehouse.
I'm at the warehouse.
Yeah.
No. It's Dove's version of the end of Indiana Jones, you know.
we
when
try.
when they
I did used to run the distribution company out of the house, but that was up until I'd say 2005. In 2006, we moved into our last warehouse, and then when I sold the distribution company to Dispersed in about 2016, we got this new place, and this new place is sort of, it's sort of like
Interesting.
my fortress of solitude. It is like the home away from home, trying to create a place where it's comfortable to be for an extended period of time. Because if I'm motivated to be here and comfortable, then I will stay here. And if it's not comfortable, then I will leave and nothing will get done. So yeah, it's a little bit like the end of Indiana Jones, but really it's, in my mind, it's the library from Highlander. Do you remember that scene? And that scene was like, I don't know, when Highlander come out? 1986. I was 13. That just blew my mind. It's like, oh, this dude is like lived forever, and like here is his stuff, like the artifacts from like, you know, all eternity. And I was like, wow, that was very influential. The other scene I think that is most influential is in the opening credits animated sequence from Thundar the Barbarian.
Yeah.
There is these scenes of the earth just getting traumatized by, you know, whatever, and there's like earthquakes and floods, and then there's this little house on the top of a mountain that is like untouched, as like there's all of these waves and shit going on, right? So when I had the opportunity, I bought a house in the hills there. So there you go. Safe from Armageddon.
Until a meteor hits it.
Now it's time for What Did Dove Buy? Hey dude, what'd you get?
I have a toy. I know that we weren't sticking to the normal format. I guess what everyone should know who's watching this is this is not our normal format. Our normal format are going to be, you know, more tightly, you know, cut shows that are shorter in length and sort of follow a format that has not been occupied every episode with showing you what we have for a convention. So it'll happen like this again during
True.
San Diego, where we have like the show for all the new old stock and a show for all of the new stuff that we have, and then like this show where we're like, this is a formula for during conventions, but the normal DKE Toys TV that appears on YouTube every week will be a more formatted show. But I have something to talk about since it's not a lot of
Uh-oh.
questions in the chat. Hold on one second.
I wasn't informed of this. It's a pink slip, isn't it?
Yep.
My walking papers.
I mean, we might as well just make it interesting for the
Yeah,
folks.
we're just hanging out.
I was
Yeah.
stoked when Hasbro released these
I love these.
Yeah.
Dungeons
they're
and
amazing.
Dragons figures.
Yeah.
But
finally.
something has happened. And the thing that happened is Hasbro, in an effort to get some sort of government credit or something, has committed to having no plastic in their packaging.
Yes.
And so I got these 3 figures here on the back, which are put away right now. But as you can see, none of them, including this one or the 3 that I got on the back, have windows anymore.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All the figures are boxed.
Yep. The
Yeah.
Marvel figures are like that. The D&D
Yeah.
figures are like that. It's nuts now.
Modern
Mhm.
Star Wars are going to be like that, with the exception of retro figures.
Mm.
Anything that has that retro feel will still have a blister. And I'm wondering how everyone feels about it.
People have lost their shit over it. You know, I think like when people when California said no more plastic straws, everyone's
Mhm.
like, people in California have lost their goddamn minds. I need a plastic straw. But
Well,
you know,
I'll
like
tell
the
Paper straws suck.
Yeah, paper straws are
The
they
terrible.
worst.
do. They do. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah, go on.
it beats having this crumbly little piece of plastic in a landfill for 10,000 years. Now I know collectors are like, well, I'm not going to open this or whatever. You know, I feel like deal with it. You know,
I mean, it's
they're not going to change. They're not changing it. So
all of the vehicles we got as kids were in sealed closed boxes. You know, it wasn't until later that there was a window to show the figure, and you still didn't see the vehicle. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
but in its defense, you had, 5 figures for every vehicle you had. Your
Right.
ratio of, and for kids who are opening the stuff up, I don't think it matters at all. It
Right.
matters for those of
No.
us who have this and want to keep it sealed, but this is just not as attractive.
yeah, it just looks like a thing on
look,
the shelf. I mean, yeah,
it's not. But I mean, look, all of the old He-Man, all the old vehicles, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Star Wars, the vehicles and the play sets that didn't have a window on it either.
Yeah, but those GI Joe, those GI Joe, those GI Joe vehicles all had paintings by that one dude who just died. I wish I could recall his name.
a lot of them had photos on, or no, the GI Joe vehicles, the Star Wars vehicles were all photos.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other
So-
thing is that one of those figures costs the same as a vehicle used to. Like I think the figures are $28 a piece or $25 a piece just for the individual figures. So they're already targeting this collectory market. I don't know. I'll be bummed to not see blisters on the shelves, and I guess it'll be one of those things where I'm gonna have to explain to my daughter what a blister is one day, just like CDs and, and DVDs. But
the 3 individual ones, they kind of built a box that kind of mimicked the shape of a blister
right,
with a partial card, but it's still not the same.
right.
It's
And then
not
you're
the
relying
same.
on the quality of the picture on the box to correlate to what's inside.
In the chat, Yo-Yo-Dine said in
But
an
that's
age
only
of
if you want to take it out.
yeah, Yo-Yo-Dine says in an age of online sales, this kind of makes sense, which it does. That's cool. Is it a DM screen?
Yeah, maybe.
Are
Well,
there
DM
stats
screen
on the
would-
back? That would fold the
No.
other way. It would make a U.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DM screen would be.
That would have been clever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hasbro.
It's Hasbro.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're just in like, is that foam or paper or
that's paper.
But I mean, I know
I can hear that
That's
from-
one of the arguments is that you can't see what you're getting, but I think they have like a full money guarantee.
That's fair.
I mean, I just saw the Marvel Legends, that Ghost Rider.
Hmm.
The packaging was awesome.
Oh, it's such a good figure.
That's such a cool figure, man.
Uh-oh.
That's what we'll be doing for the rest of the day.
What does that come with? Venger, Dungeon Master, and
We are finding out. We are doing a full reveal here.
did they make a Tiamat?
Oh, if they
Wouldn't
make
that-
it.
wouldn't
I
that be
want all
great?
these so bad. I just can't justify spending $25 a figure for them.
These
dice.
Oh, nice. How much was
Iron
that one? Was that
Soldier Live.
60?
Maybe like 45. It's on Hasbro.com. And the only way I found out about it was it showed up on eBay, and I'm like, where? Because I bought the other figures from Big Bad Toy Store.
I saw them at Target last week.
Did you really?
Yeah. But I don't think I saw that one. I think I just saw the 3 kids.
I think this is like a HasLab exclusive.
Apparently they make a cameo appearance in the new D&D movie, which every single person I've talked to is raving about. Like whether they like D&D or not, they say it's great. And I guess all these characters have sort of like a little cameo moment in it.
Oh, that's cool. I was like, it's time to reboot that,
Yeah.
because I mean, I watched. Yeah, that's awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just so everybody knows, so that's normally $50. It's on sale for $25 on Target right now.
Oh, okay.
You mean I just paid double?
Yep. Crazy.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
All the products are live on the store right now.
Oh yeah.
Orders are coming in.
All right. So
Marco's
Let's go
asking
through.
if there's any tips on how to store and preserve DKECON pieces that don't fit into gaunt cases. I'm an archivist looking for perfection, but wondering how you store or display items like Alex Gross's Compulsion or the Punk and Pop toys Always in Motion, the bigger size.
Those bigger ones are hard.
Tricky ones, yeah.
Yeah, we keep everything in. We keep everything in the bags that we ship them to you in, and we do ship everyone a bag. Are the GT bags acid free?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ship everything in an acid-free bag. If you look behind Ian there, that's the boxes.
how much
that
for a
all-
bag with a little bit of acid?
just a hint,
Just
a
one hit.
micro, a micro.
One
dose.
hit. Yeah,
I need
micro.
to find the acid first.
So there's not a great way. We bought some glass showcases, and that's going to line this wall here. So the thing that I can tell you is when I buy collections back from people, the people who have kept their figures in their bags in a dry, cool place get more money back because the stuff is in nice shape. And sometimes people sell me back a collection that they've decided to store outside under a rock.
Mhm.
And that's terrible. And
I
I'm
feel
like,
personally attacked.
Is that where you store your toys?
Yeah,
Under a
well,
rock?
that's where my collection is right now.
Oh, you're in a rock. Okay.
Yeah, I'm under one.
Just to chime in real quick, the star cases, which are not nearly as nice as the gonks, but protectively, I found that a lot of the figures that are slightly bigger than the 6x9 normal will actually fit in the Black Series star cases, which is part of the reason I've been getting a bunch of those.
that's
So
a great idea.
a lot like the Admiral Akbar on holiday, it's just slightly too big, but it fits perfectly in one of the larger Black Series ones. So the Black Series ones will fit a lot of those. I haven't tried the Punk and Pop. I gotta pull that out. Try that one.
That
Also-
one's
Big,
like
but
9x12 or something.
yeah.
I'm gonna
If
go grab a
you-
star case so people know what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, if you go to zoloworld.com, Zolo makes a lot of different size cases for lots of different toys. I want to
Awesome.
say he's probably got over a dozen different size cases. I think he's got 3 or 4 different cases just for He-Man alone.
Wow.
But I mean, I know he's got, like Ninja Turtle cards. Are those 6x9? I feel like
No,
they're
they're-
bigger.
No.
He-Man is
Uh,
another like weird size.
Yeah.
So, so Zolo World has a lot of cool, odd shaped sizes to store your toys. I don't know what size Punk and Pop works in, or the Alex Gross. What size are those? I thought they were 6x9.
No, I think
No.
it's
Or no,
a
they're
9 by
square.
9.
Square.
I think they're 9x9.
Okay.
I think we printed them on like a 9x11, and then I just trimmed off a chunk.
Chunk.
Yeah.
Ian Marco is asking if there's a good place to buy acid-free bags in relative bulk.
There's a really good company called GT Bags. It's just gtbags.com. Their prices are pretty good. I think they might be about 10 cents a bag, but I think they only sell in cases of 1,000.
So get some buddies together.
I mean, they'll last you a long while, unless you're buying like crazy. In that case, the $100 investment's worth it.
Buying like Dove.
Just don't get any bags that are really like stiff. Like
What I miss? What I miss? What I miss?
Talking about
bags.
acid-free
Talking about
bags.
acid-free bags.
just the
Still.
stiffer bags scratch blisters. So
Oh, like a comic. You're talking about like a comic.
yeah,
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something Ian pointed out to me. A lot of collections come back to us in a comic bag. So that's a polypropylene. Is that right? Polypropylene
I
is
think so. I constantly
that
get
sort
those
of
two
like-
mixed up.
it's sort of the rigid sort of comic bag that you get at
Oh,
a
what
comic
the
book
fuck?
shop. But the soft bag that's sort of like a Ziploc, those are polyethylene and those don't scratch.
Yeah.
And the only scratch is the blister. But for everyone who doesn't know, this is this is a star case. Maybe we should carry these. They're made by ProTech. You can order them online. And it's a 2-part clamshell. Like this. And we'll take a deadbeat dad here. And these are made for 6x9. This fits right in there like that. And then you take the back of the clamshell, and they make them at different depths. And what's nice is they have a little
hanging
hanging
chad.
hole,
Yeah.
hanging chad. Well, the chad is the piece inside. Anyway, it doesn't.
Hanging negative Chad.
They have in the past made them for McFarlane figures.
Sorry, Pat just called it a deadbeat Chad.
Oh no, I'm done.
Dave is asking what the name of the archival blister glue was. I know there's two that people are using. There's the jade glue, right, Ian?
Yeah, Jade R from Talus.
Talis,
TALAS.
yeah.
Yep. And then
and so
and then the other one that seems to be really effective is the canopy glue that Scott uses, which is Zap.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Zap Glue.
and that's archival.
Yes, it's I talked to Gary
2-bit.
2-bit, yeah. See, ever since I started doing this, I start like calling everyone by their actual name, not by like their toy name. And then like I start forgetting people's toy names. Anyway,
What is
he
that
says
about?
that I don't know.
Mhm.
I want to
Okay,
change my toy name to Deadbeat Chad now.
That's a good one.
Chad.
That's a good one. When we all started doing this, we were all using the Loctite go-to,
Loctite.
and yeah, it started
Yellowing like crazy.
really bad. And so Gary was like, I use canopy glue. And I was like, does it yellow? And he's like, all of my toys for as long as I've ever done any of this they've never yellowed. And in fact, hobbyists will use the canopy glue. They'll even pour it into a reservoir and peel it out and use it as a window. It dries crystal clear.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I don't know. That's what I use.
Oh, or we can use one of Yucko's Furbies.
So okay. So what is the third figure in the Dungeons and Dragons?
we're still working our way through the Dungeons and Dragons.
now. Buy me. Buy me. There's no third figure. I don't know what you're talking
I thought you
about.
said it was. I thought you said there was 3 figures in there.
2 figures.
2 figures and some dice and spare hands, according to the website.
There were 3 packets that I opened up here.
Oh, because one
Well,
was the wings.
One was the wings, yeah.
Yeah.
So if they do a Tiamat, like I will be ecstatic.
They made one for the original TSR line.
I think it came out in Spain. It's like worth $1,000 or something.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
There are those little Spain PVCs of all the characters.
Yes.
And I'm hoping those will go down in price.
Keep hoping.
You don't think so?
Hope in one hand, yeah.
I mean, I think that once like people have better alternatives, sometimes, you know, some people like it because it's vintage and because it's old, and then there's other people who buy stuff because, you know, they just want one representation. So if they can cheaply substitute something new for something old and sell the other thing and turn it into cash, I think then the price starts to dip. But I think those are put out by like Comic Spain or something like that, and they're just super expensive. They've always been expensive my entire life, and I've never bought them.
Yeah, yeah.
Buzzard Guts wants to know what scale that figure is, dog.
I think these are, I don't know, they're like 5 or 6 inch figures. They're sort of that like.
It's weird because Venger is like 8 feet tall and Dungeon Master is like 3 feet tall.
So I'll say the other
somewhere
characters
in
are,
between.
the other character is about 5 inch tall. Is that how big are Black Series figures?
6,
They 6 inch?
I think. Yeah.
Those are 1/12 scale.
E2K is confirming 6 inches.
6 inches. Okay, so then this line, and then that whole generation of like NECA and Mezco toys, those are also 6 inch, or those are 5 inch?
I feel like those are like 6 to 8, depending on the character.
I wish everyone just got together. I'm sort of like a stickler about scale, like, and I wish everyone sort of like got the memo and said, "Hey, we're gonna make, you know, we're all gonna make figures like that work together." That was so cool about 3 3/4, like your Star Wars, your GI Joe, and so much of what we have for sale is 3 3/4, and it sort of meant like you can display your vintage Boba Fett with, you know, your Trek fiction figure if you want to.
And why wouldn't you?
You know, why wouldn't you? Exactly. So yeah, there we go. Any other news? Anyone else have any questions about what's going on the sales, or questions about products? I feel like the last episode we went through every figure in depth. They're all here and we can go through them, but I don't know.
If anything wants to see, anybody wants to see anything close up, I mean, you know, call it out in the chat and we'll show you whatever you want to see.
Is that necessary? Let's see.
You want to see Disturbies? We'll show you Disturbies. You want to see Boba Fett?
Just saw a close up of Disturbies, yeah.
You want to see Scott's butt? We got that on tap. And whatever you need.
All right, so this is the sheet here that came with the figures. It says, warning, choking hazard, toy contains small parts and small ball, not for children under 3. It is then repeated in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 other languages.
Wow.
I thought that was going to be like some rules for the game.
It is not, and the back is just like copyright USA, Hasbro, Pawtucket. That's the first line, and then there's, I mean, a line.
But it comes with what was a D12, and then it's like
D20, and it what's
10.
that one? D10.
That's a 10. It comes with a 10 and a 20. I don't know why.
So, but I mean, that's not even like the scale of the game. Again, it's like another confusing thing. Like, are you supposed to play the game with those figures? The answer is no.
I think they're trying to introduce, because I've seen Dice coming with a lot of things lately, more things than before. And I think they're trying to remind people that it's a game and trying to push people back that direction. Because I mean, I guess there's something going on with WizKids and Dungeons and Dragons where they just tried to like kill all the homebrew stuff. And
if you look at that photo, you'll see
Really?
that Hank and Diana and Bobby all come with a die. So Hank comes with an 8, Diana 20.
Does Bobby come with uni?
Oh, he's got to.
Yes, he does. You see in the photo there. I have it, but I haven't opened it because it doesn't have a freaking window. Darn
Do you
it.
want me to,
It's
do you want me to go find
even-
them?
No, not necessarily. Okay, so I'm assuming on the die that the Dungeons and Dragons logo on there is
It's
20.
20, yeah.
Who
It's a great
decided to do that?
Magic the Gathering. They started making 20-sided dice as counting mechanisms, and they would put the set symbol as the 20. It just spiraled.
I say no.
He says no.
20 should be 20.
Ada is asking if they can choose their bag of dubs, but the bag of dubs are blind bags, right?
That's what I was told. They're not here yet. There are 4 random. If there's a certain color you want and they are clear, maybe in the notes of your order, you could write it. Or if you've already ordered, send me an email and tell me what color you're looking for. And if we can possibly pull it, if it's not in a black bag, if it's in a clear bag, we will, like if you said, I want a blue one. I don't know why you want a blue misshapen face of Dove, but
I have some ideas.
no.
Oh
no.
God, no.
Oh God.
New Smurf collection coming soon.
Ah, there you go. Keeping everything in theme.
Oh yeah.
I do appreciate everyone who shows up at these shows and buys stuff from us and keeps us in business and sort of keeps this thing alive, because in my mind I'm always afraid like one day it's gonna die, but it seems like it's here to stay. I think we could keep doing this 3 times a year forever. I hope that because at the end of the day, like, we do get some criticism from some people, and I see comments every once in a while, like, this is Sucklord ripoff and and this is second rate. And, I feel like this medium has spread its wings, and there are people just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And, most of the really well-known artists that have been doing this for a long, long time don't release stuff with us. You can buy stuff from them directly. And we're sort of like a launching pad, like incubator for a lot of people who are starting out and creating new stuff. And we've just seen, every show, there's always something that just blows me away. Like, and there's people trying and growing. And that's part of art. Artists, unfortunately, like, need to fail. Right? That's just part of it. Like, they don't hit home runs every time. They do stuff
out of it.
They do stuff over and over again. And then
how are the people that are ripping off Sucklord? How are they doing?
First of all,
I've been accused of ripping off Sucklord.
Everyone in the scene who is not the Sucklord has been accused of ripping off the Sucklord because thinking that this is his medium, like it belongs to him. It doesn't. He doesn't think so. Only some people who. There's just always those people are like, they want to go back to the original, and it's like, they don't listen to rock and roll because ripped off from the blues. I don't know. But I'll just show you this one piece from Recollection.
Man, that's a purist right there. I don't listen to rock and roll. It's a crutch.
Right? But I'm just saying, like, how silly would you sound if, in the 50s or 60s, you said, like, I don't listen to Led Zeppelin because they just ripped off all the blues, right? Like, that's, people take from the past and, like, reinvent. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are just a straight ripoff. And like you said, a lot of those people don't last. And critically, history doesn't treat them very well. But so this right here is a porcelain C-3PO that has been gold plated.
All right.
Show that again. Put that up there again.
I'm going to show it one more time. A second. So talk about elevating the medium, right? And then this is a porcelain card, quote unquote card.
So good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You put this on the card. Then this dude makes a glass blister with magnets. So, you want to tell me that this dude's a Sucklord ripoff? Fine.
I was just gonna say that.
Just go posting that, Recollection.
It's real
is a
gold.
Sucklord
Yeah.
ripoff. Yeah, like
Dang, it's real gold.
That's a whole big bucket of no.
No, that guy. I mean, not to say that anyone else isn't a real artist, but I mean, just looking at his Instagram, him making the molds, the stuff that he goes through to get the final product. I mean,
He's a master
it's
craftsman.
Yeah, it's amazing.
unbelievable. Well, that guy was a master craftsman before he started doing toys. I think a lot of people that do the toys, like their entry into the art world is toys.
His toys, right?
And
Definitely.
he was not. He was already a professional ceramic artist, porcelain artist.
That's
when he started. The stuff is just, it's outrageous.
one of the things I love about this medium is that it is very I'm trying to think of the right word to describe this, but it's very sponge-like for taking other people's skills and experiences and rolling them into something new. So whether we're talking about like doing porcelain figures or stained glass backer cards or carving them out of wood or taking junk and making found objects to make figures, everybody is bringing their own point of view to it and able to apply it in sort of an equal, new, and unique way, which is something you can't do with a lot of mediums. Like you can go to painting and try new things, but eventually you're sort of limited to paint and canvas, and then it's all, how are you interpreting that? How are you presenting that? What is your skill level with that? Whereas here, because we can work in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions at the same time, people work in Photoshop, people are painting card backs, people are using clay. I mean, and it all sort of fits together on the wall in one medium. You can't say that about a lot of mediums. And I think the fact that we're attracting artists with really strong skills in other mediums to this genre, and that they're like, it's just building and building and opening more doors and more possibility and inspiring new things from other people. I love it whenever a piece like that comes out. Whenever someone goes off in their skill set and then totally transforms it while still being relatable. Just, that's, I think, what I love most about playing with toys as an art form.
I think also, because the definition of toy is sort of nebulous too.
Yeah,
Right.
I think these things are called toys because they resemble toys, but they're not necessarily things that people play with. Although they can. I see people buy $100 figures from us, open the package, and then display it. And then just because they want it displayed, like they want their their Trek fiction figure like interacting with their other next generation figure. You know what I mean? That's like
Right.
I say that these are toys as in comparison to like how Lichtenstein did comics. They weren't comics, they look like comics. And like these look like toys, but they're really art.
And you
Is
can,
that
I mean,
a
you
fair comparison? Because I've
I
been
think
doing it for years.
Yeah.
I mean, when
using
people
that
ask,
example.
when people ask what we sell, I mean, I tell them at the core of it, we sell art. You know,
Sure.
It's called DKE Toys. We also sell other toys, but this art happens to appeal to other toy collectors. It is the evolution. Almost, there are some people who've come to this from art toys. A lot of the collectors are burnt out, action figure collectors.
Right.
People who are tired of going to the store to go, and just have this company create a new scale of figures and start from scratch all again, and that they have no nostalgia for, which is, I mean, what happened to me. And once I saw people playing with nostalgia in a way that spoke to me, I mean, that is art, right? I mean, there are legitimately like, Hasbro and Kenner action figures that, I believe are also art. I mean, they're pop culture pieces.
Yeah, but now you can't see them through the package.
Dude.
This is the last place you can go where you can see the fucking toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making all the plastic that Hasbro isn't.
Right.
Yeah, we're
Right.
making up for
Uh-huh.
Which is this blister right here.
Exactly.
Beautiful
Even more
segue.
plastic. Yeah.
Increase that carbon footprint.
Yeah. But how many? But the question I have for you is like, how many of these plastic pieces that we've sold are actually going into the trash?
All of them. No, I'm kidding. None.
99%
Yeah.
are not
Grand
going in the
universal
trash.
scheme.
Exactly.
So,
Most of them are being stored under a rock.
oh no, knew that was going to happen.
Full
Any
circle.
other comments in the chat, Janky? Any other questions?
Let's see. Yo-Yo Dine says toys were originally used to describe collectible miniatures rather than children's playthings. So,
Mhm.
yep. And Yo-Yo Dine would know. He's our master or our resident scholar here. A lot of people talking about how great the recollection piece is and how great a guy he is, and just a lot of good responses to that. Dane says he's got a C-3PO Focus in his collection and would love to have one in real gold. Well, Dane, now is your opportunity.
I mean, it's gold.
Plated.
It's gold leaf. Yeah.
Leaf, yeah.
So he gets these sheets. No, it's not. It's that.
It's not. It's a
It's
glaze.
the liquid.
The gold
It's a
glaze,
glaze. It's a
right.
gold glaze.
Mhm.
I did want him to do the whole back covered in gold because I felt like Princess Leia was all white and Darth Vader was all black, and I thought that this little triptych like this in gold would be amazing, and he thought it was too gaudy and that it would have to retail for like $1,500.
Oof.
And then I was like, okay. I mean, it was bad enough the price on this one went up, and so such is life. So we'll see. So it's a nice little triptych. I think it's gonna make so is it
It's not metal casting. It's porcelain with a 24 karat gold glaze on
and
it.
so when he paints it, when he paints it on, if you go to his Instagram, he's got these fantastic videos and it paints onto the porcelain in red. And then he puts it into the kiln, and then after however 500, 800 degrees, 1,000, whatever it is, he pulls it out and it comes out shiny gold. It's insane. It's like
Crazy.
it's the closest thing to magic I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Definitely go to
Yes.
Recollection on Instagram and check out some of his videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Awesome.
shows his mold making stuff it's really unbelievable. And also, he has to make, it's not just like a silicone mold where I know everyone just like glues a fucking toy onto a piece of cardboard, fills up a cup with silicone and cuts it out. Like he makes all of his, they're all 2-part molds and they're all made out of plaster, which, if you've ever worked with plaster, if you pull the piece out and you get one tiny little chip, the plaster is really hard to work with. And he does a great job.
Yeah, he's amazing. We got a good comment here. Can you talk about Barely Human art and how you partnered with him this year? I want to say he's relatively new to the scene, but correct me if I'm wrong. He's been around for actually
He's
a
been
very
around for a
long time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he
He's been
started in resin making little monkey figures in 2016, maybe 2015, 2016.
15, I think.
Yeah.
When did we do the Planet of the Apes figures
I
with
think
him?
that was the first year you started doing New York again. So I think that was 16.
All right, so
That
he's
sounds
been
about
working
right.
with us for a long time, but he does a lot of different things. Do you have the box behind you with the Planetoid Commando?
Of course I do.
So the thing is, he messes around in a lot of different mediums, and so he started this line of, I guess they're Safubi, but I don't think they're made in Japan.
They're made in Brazil, I believe.
They're made in Brazil, and Ian will whip them out
Here,
here.
this is the one that I painted.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
the one
that.
that Scott customized was amazing.
Pretty cool.
And then that was the same year that he released Big Chooch, which I
Do you
love.
want this in there with you, or you want me to
No,
dig through
I
this?
love that.
You can do it.
So good.
I love that.
So good.
Yeah, this one here.
So
There's
he's
a
been-
lot of it here, so
there's they all have these funny names, and they're basically these, what do you describe them? These like deformed Star Wars characters that are
Maybe wonky Star
Wonky.
Wars.
But
How
they're
do you
not
just-
just Star. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the great thing is he was really smart about making this blank style where he can take this body and use it, because he's done Planet of the Apes, he's done skeletons, he's done, so he's doing like heads that are specifically referential to Star Wars, and then putting him on the same body that he's slapping with everybody. Because if you can see this little gold chain on here, which shows up on so many of the characters, like the Darth Vader, the Darth Vonnie has it, and the
Right.
Yeah.
Chewbacca, who's his Chooch, and he sculpted it. So probably can't see this, but
That's the Greedo character here.
but he sculpted the chain, so you've got this. It looks like a gold chain with a medallion, but it also could be chest hair because he sculpted texture into it.
Right.
It could be part of. I mean, he just was really smart about how he sculpted these sort of
Ian
guys,
got
and
a
they're
bu-
really versatile.
Ian has a bunch of them right there. He can show us.
These are actually, I think, the first ones he made, so they're smaller, and I think they're for Clutter. One of
Oh,
the
that's right.
action shows.
He made one set in this
So
size out of
good.
resin. So these are the small resin ones, and then he decided that that wasn't really
Yeah.
working for him.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a crinkle. That's
Little
Walrus
snaggletooth.
Good.
yeah, snaggletooth. I mean, there's boxes just overflowing with them.
You can just show 4 or 5 of them. People get the gist.
Okay, there's 4 or 5. Hang on.
We're gonna sit here and just wait for Ian.
That works.
Yes, you are.
Do 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 do.
He also made like brass collector coin.
Walrus Man.
Yeah, I've got that.
He's so talented, and he's such a
Weird.
nice guy.
What's that one
with the
called?
Dickhead.
Darth Vonnie.
What's he called?
Yeah.
Darth Vonnie.
Darth
Barf
Vonnie.
Barf Vonnie. That's right.
Barf
Yeah.
Vonnie. Wow.
Little phallic on that one.
Yeah.
Little prune face action.
Like, who would make a prune face? Like, so, but I guess the answer to the question is
His name is Date Face.
So the answer to the question is Barely Human's been around for a while. He works in a lot of different mediums. He did make some action figures early on, but his focus more recently has been these planetoid combat fighters. And so he's like, hey, I want to do something with you guys. And it's like, boom, give me a Boba Fett.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
So
He also
Yeah,
just did
I
the
have
sculpt for an entire toy line from Chris Facone, Savage Conquest figures.
Awesome.
Here's the original
They look
Boba
awesome.
Fett one.
Oh, okay.
More movie colors.
Look at that. Right. So I think he did 10 of those for DKECON and sold them online. They sold out in like a minute. Are those
Yeah.
numbered? That Boba Fett?
No.
So then that's when I was like, hey, dude, how about you make another run and just change the color, which you don't normally do. I don't normally hit people up to make DKE other colorways. I usually want to. It's better for sales if we have something, especially since we're doing a lot of promotion and a lot of press that won't cover something a second time. We really try to focus on something new that people have never seen before, more wow factor. But in this case, I was like, yeah, dude, like, please make another Boba Fett. And so he did a Kenner colorway and did a total
That's
different
awesome.
card back here. So
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
it's a winner. Very pleased with this figure. And
Yeah,
most of them
that's
come, except for the previous Boba Fett, they have all come bagged with a header card. So the fact that he did a openable blister like this makes me very happy inside.
What's on the back of the blister?
Just signed it
Nothing. Okay, just sign a number. Okay, cool.
with his little hologram sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad he's releasing that with you guys, and that he's just, I mean, he's sort of had 2 really killer years back to back here with
Yeah.
a lot of notoriety and
Definitely.
selling out like crazy, and I love that dude, so I'm really happy to see him hit all the success.
Yeah,
Any other
he's very good.
questions?
Buzzard Guts wants to see the Mark Todd set.
I can do that.
There you go. All right. Well, while you show him that, I'll be right back.
So great.
Hi, Dane. Buy me. But yeah, we got a little impatient. We were doing one Mark Todd figure a year, and I didn't want to wait another 5 years for this all to be done.
Death Squat's one of my favorite in the entire series now.
It's right.
Totally, man.
So
It's
good.
got to be.
Doesn't it make you just want like a Dengar and a Lobot and a Cloud Car Pilot.
Yeah, absolutely. Cloud Car Pilot in particular.
I don't know how we do that. It's just I have to release the whole Empire set as one.
And that card back, ugh, so good.
So good. And
Yeah.
of course they all have their
Little
little
story
stories on the
back.
back. So this
Yeah.
is sort of the
Dane
end of
says
the,
he wants you to read all the backs.
damn it, Dane. All right, so this is for Ober Kebab. That's his name, Ober Kebab. Okay, I have to admit, I'll start again. Okay, I have to admit, he was not my favorite. He was not my favorites. All right, I'm gonna start again. Okay, I have to admit, he was not my favorite, but he grows on you, right? There's not much to him. An old guy in a robe who's a know-it-all. Later, you start to appreciate that stuff. Simple things, simple life, wiseness. Everyone grows old, and to cope, say, I like it. I like this. It's funny when he discussed this process for writing these, he says he has to write them like very quickly and sort of like kind of keep that tone and not, go back and refine or else it starts looking very adult. This is for Sand Tusks. It says, what a strange look these things had. Some Frankenstein and mummy combo action. Also some nautical vibes with the spear thing and breathing apparatus. What a cool mix of textures and components. Did lots of yelling and shaking. A bit of a jerk, honestly.
Enjoy.
Here's Han Solo. Now, the funny thing about Han Solo is that he sculpted these and we sent him off to be cast. And then when he painted them, which ones did he swap, Ian?
He swapped the sculpt for Ben was used for Han, and then vice versa.
So for some reason, he didn't use his own, or I don't know why, he thought one would be better. And then it actually worked out pretty well.
It does.
So
Yeah.
weird.
This one is called Hand Sew.
Hanzo.
The ladies like this one. Maybe it's the bad guy, good guy thing, the hair and the smirk too. He can show a bit of sensitivity, I guess. Can be an asshole, but you want him on your side. He's a loner for sure. It's even part of his name. Enjoy. All right, here's Death Squat. What the hell is going on here? Not sure what to say about this one. This guy made the cut, an old man in half of an oversized Vader helmet with a chin strap. I'm sure these were the first to go into the discount bin.
I opened one on Christmas
good.
morning.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that might be my favorite figure in the series now.
And then what
Great,
happened on
yeah.
Christmas? You got a Death Squad commander, and
Yeah. Mhm.
was he
He
called?
was
He was
so
called a.
happy.
He was called a.
No, not that one with the
Yeah.
the big helmet,
Death
the Death
Star,
Squad commander. Mhm.
But they changed his name. He was first called a Death Squad commander, and then they changed it to Death Star commander, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a little Jawa. It says, these creepy little dudes were pretty great. They have a cool look, rough brown chocolate cloak with rat eyes glowing in the face of nothing. Drove around in a giant box tank, scavenging junk to sell to desperate desert dwellers. Buyer beware. Before we go, we should show a few other things that have arrived since
Oh yeah.
Mallow's Toys, her Ghost Face Bear. And these are all on the site right now.
Cool. The card back is so neat.
So great.
She always does a great job.
Yeah. Mallow kills
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she's great.
What else arrived since our last show, Ian?
Boba sketch.
Boba Sketch.
Um,
So Luke Tobias did this beauty right here, Boba
Oh
Sketch.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Got the actual sketch on the
Oh, that's cool.
back, and it says in the corner, it says not to be toyed with, which is really funny. And the paint job and just execution wise, fantastic. It's actually not a cast resin, which we originally stated. It is a 3D printed figure, but he really did nail the color. And,
The
Yeah,
shoes
the
on it are
gray
great.
is-
Yeah.
The shoes, yeah, look awesome.
what
Do you have the
a-
painting, Dove? Did you buy the painting?
I have his original painting that
Okay.
he did the one that sort of like went viral. Negotiating right now.
Gotcha.
And I would like to get it, but he also did. He's got too many paintings that I want, and it's unaffordable at the moment. Like he did with Delicious Again, Peter. He did that line of the Beastie Boys. I don't know, they're not called Beastie Boys, but there's a set of 3. So there's those 3 paintings, and then I believe there's a similar Vader with the shoes. So it's like 5 paintings I want. It's just adding up to too much money. Not that he's not worth it. He totally is. It just
Resources have to be
Yes.
allocated.
This is the Empire Jerks. This is all the way from Mexico. From
Nice.
Epoxy Crusader. And you can see the back here.
Amazing.
That turned out really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did a really nice job.
His stuff's great.
It's like a show
What-
poster.
What else? Did anything else arrive?
Well, you showed the recollection, which that wasn't here.
All right.
I think it was
I
just the
think-
Rika stuff.
Horror Bears.
Rika
Empire
stuff.
Jerks. And guess what? Rika stuff is still not here. So
Womp womp.
No.
stuck in customs. But it's good
And you
that
said
you
that there
know,
was a postage strike.
yeah, he sent it UPS though. But then they started
Oh.
asking for the paperwork again, like the commercial invoice, and he responded to me. He's almost positive that they use this ruse that like they lost the paperwork and they need new paperwork as a just making up for like actual delays that are their fault.
Huh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can't lose the commercial invoice. Like it's
It's
generated
taped.
online. You know,
Oh.
it's digitally there, and then they tell you to print 3 copies and put it on. If they can't find it,
Yeah.
they just have to go online and get it.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with me. It's in a pouch next to the label. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, here's an unsigned copy because that's all I can give you.
He
And
thinks that,
it's hard to rip it off too.
he,
I mean,
he thinks
so
he thinks it's bullshit. I don't know.
I think so
actually know.
too.
I agree
I
with
call
you.
bullshit.
Call bullshit. Well, there you go. All right, so we covered that. Also want people to know that if they're buying a toilet paper man, if there is one that you want that is of your own design, like Janky wants a 2-1B, and Adam Marks, who does the garbage chute droids, wants his little droid. I remember the first show there was a guy that was a plumber. He wanted Underpants Man thinking of plumbing. There's about 6, I think there's 4 slots left if anybody wants their own commissioned thought bubble
Totally
here
worth it.
for Toilet Paper Man. I guess that's it for anyone who's watching. Just know that if you order multiple times, you order throughout the weekend, but you know, until we start shipping next week, we do combine all orders and refund shipping. So please don't hesitate to order as much as you want. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at DKE Toys. Subscribe on YouTube for DKE Toys TV, also at DKE Toys. And I just want to thank all you guys, Ian, for all your hard work, and our 2 co-hosts here, Janky
Thanks.
and Scott Cherry. And then again, I keep saying it. I hope I probably will never stop saying it. It's just the amount of gratitude I have for all the customers who support us, who really show up like 3 times a year, every time we have this huge sale, and they'll just buy a bunch of stuff and tell their friends and post about it. And we really love when you post about it and tag us on Instagram. It's super helpful in spreading the word. So, and I know that all of these artists that are, especially the ones that are just starting out, appreciate all the attention. I think that is,
The thank you emails are nice too, but they give me many heart attacks and they're like, the package arrived. I'm like, is it okay?
And then
And
it's
I
like, you
love it,
did a
thanks."
great job packing. Thank you so much. And,
Thank
and then
you.
he is
That's
like,
cool.
oh, man.
I can unclench now.
And then, you know, another end of that, if you do have a problem, we can fix more problems than you probably can think of, that you probably think is possible. So
Yeah.
please don't hesitate to contact us. These are delicate. And just because of the nature of how they're packaged, quite often a resin figure is bouncing around, and it doesn't matter how well we cushion it in a box. it's still loose there inside. So if things break, if there's a problem, please do let us know. We're here to help. We should have a few interesting freebies here in the packages that we're shipping out. Is that it? Did I cover everything? Maybe. There's always something else to say, but
Something, but you know,
Who's joining us next week?
who's joining us next week? That's great. Thank you, Ian.
You're welcome.
who's- Luke
That's what I'm
Chu.
here for. Oh, right. He
Woo!
was supposed to be on today, but he's in Japan.
Yes.
So that's
That
why
makes
you
sense.
guys got me.
So he'll have lots to talk
Suckers.
about.
it was a good
Oh,
trade.
Wow. So you had to go there, Ian, huh?
I did.
Self-deprecating
I
at
had
his
to.
core. Ooh.
It's Friday. It's DKE.
Day of self-loathing.
Wow. Yeah. So next week, we'll back to what I will call regular format, which is not so show driven and about what we're selling. Although we're gonna, there is a point to this. We are gonna always show stuff that we have for sale, but really it's gonna be more talk and more fun and a little more streamlined. So that should be fun. And I guess that's it. Did I cover it all? Did I say everything? Oh, if you're happy, go to Google and leave us a Google review. We need Google reviews.
Get those
Yeah.
Goog reviews.
So we can't have
Don't cut any corners.
we can't have a Yelp, unfortunately, because we're not open to the public. So good Google reviews are great. I think we have a 4.8 rating right now.
Something like that.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
And there's just like one nasty comment and like 50 nice comments. So we need to get it up to like 200 nice comments and one nasty comment. And then I think we can jump back up to 5 stars probably. I don't know, like statistically where they like draw the line. And
If your perfect score is ruined, is it always ruined?
yeah, I don't know.
Well, and thanks to everybody that hung out live in the chat too. It's always fun. Like the one thing we talk about when we're talking about do we not do the 3-day convention is how much we miss the chat and the interactions you guys have. And so thank you for hanging out with us live and participating. And we're just going to keep making stuff. So
Woohoo!
yeah.
Yay! All right, thank you, everybody.
Happy
Bye.
DKECON.
Bye.
Let's get back to work.
All right, everybody.
Oh,
working.
man.
All right. See you guys next week.
Cut the feed. Get back to work.
Ah!